victims of human rights violations at State House here in Nairobi from KNCHR or HCR and the chair Raila Odinga. Now, President Ruto said the government allocated 2 billion Kenya shillings towards compensation and repatriation for those who have suffered verified harm arising from protests, injured citizens, affected families, businesses that were lost, as well as law enforcement officers injured in the course of their duties. Let's listen in.
Let me also be clear about what these payments are and what they are not. They are not the price of life, of pain, or of loss. No amount of money could ever be. The Kenya shillings 2 billion we have committed cannot replace a son or a daughter. It cannot restore years and lot of trauma. It cannot fully compensate a family, a trader, or a community for all that has been taken away from them. What it does represent is the state's acknowledgement that harm occurred, that victims matter, and that a nation heals by tending to its wounds rather than pretending they do not exist. Nor is this redress a reward for violence, looting, criminality, or unlawful conduct. Neither should it be understood as a license for disorder on one hand, or excesses and violations of rights on the other. It is redress for harm suffered by citizens, an affirmation that the rule of law applies equally to everyone. And let no one mistake compassion for impunity. Compensation does not retire accountability. The law applies equally to the citizen and the officer, to the protester and the police. Where wrongdoing occurred, accountability must follow its proper course. I have come to see our country as a single body. It has many parts, and no two are alike. The hand is not the foot. The eye is not the ear. Yet.
All right, if I'm speaking, President William Ruto will give you more updates and the details on that later on. Can you